And as we prep for our camping trips this summer, it might be good to go over the do's and the don'ts while enjoying the outdoors.
Yes, I think I'm going to go camping for the first time this summer, only
You
because my daughter
are?
wants to.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about it. Joining us live on Zoom to discuss considerate camping is our Mr. Manners etiquette expert, Thomas Farley. We're so glad you're here. Let's start with, well, the most important thing I think is respecting campsite boundaries and shared spaces, protecting our environment. How do we do that the right way, Mr. Manners?
Yes, Alex. So I think camping, and I got to admit, I'm not a big camper myself. I'd rather be in a hotel somewhere. However, camping really has a lot of lessons for all of us when it comes to being considerate because we're stripped of all of our creature comforts. And it's really important to think about how we commune with nature, but also reconvene and reconnect with our own ability to be considerate. And when it comes to camping, you most likely, whether you're in a tent, whether you're in an RV, or whether you have a camper where you have a campsite all season long, this is someone's property. So that we don't maybe have property boundaries in the same way we do in the suburbs or in the city. But at the same time, if you're traipsing across to make a shortcut to get to the lake or to go canoeing, you're walking over someone else's area. So being mindful, staying to the paths, staying to the roads, and giving people the very limited private personal space they have is really vitally important.
A great reminder. Mr. Manners, what about food? What should we keep in mind with food?
Yes, yeah. So, Sam, I think first and foremost, because we've got to remember we are nature's guests. Nature is not our guest, which means that if we've got food that we've left outside, that we left unattended, that we've left uncovered, not only maybe would another camper be tempted to come along and grab some for themselves, but very likely it's going to attract animals. And this is not just a problem for us, but it's a problem for the entire community of campers. So very, very important. And we know we should never be feeding the animals, of course, but whether wittingly or unwittingly, keep those covered, keep those stowed away so that they're not attracting our fine friends that we're sharing the forest or the campsite with.
What if you want to bring your pet?
Koa?
Yeah, I don't know that I want that, but maybe some people might. What do you think?
I think there are some, we're probably talking about dogs here, most likely, not cats, although I guess a cat can go camping too. But typically, we're really talking about a dog. I think we all know dogs can have very different personalities. If your dog is people friendly, your dog is going to be friendly around other dogs. I think that can be a great addition. And boy, they will love it. They will love being out communing with nature, probably more so than many of us would. So I think know your dog's disposition. Of course, they've had their shots. We've got them on a leash if necessary. And if they're coming in contact with other animals, we're making sure that they're on their best behavior too.
Okay, so what about when we're leaving? What are we responsible for as campers?
Yeah, so we often hear this phrase "leave no trace," or "carry in, carry out," and I think it is, as I said before, we are nature's guests. So whether it's a campfire, whether it's an overflowing trash bin, whether it's the restrooms, the shared restrooms that we've got to use, we really have to remember these are shared space, and the next camper who's coming along should have the same wonderful experience we did, and we should be leaving it at least as clean and tidy, if not more so, than it was when we ourselves arrived. And definitely when it comes to trash, if it's that overflowing trash can, we're going to carry it out. We're not going to leave our trash in an overflowing can where it's going to blow away and wind up having plastic in the water or plastic in the woods.
All right. I think that sounds like really good information.
She's ready to go. She's going to go camp.
Oh, I'll send you pictures, Mr. Manners. Thank you so much.
Please do. Enjoy.
Bye.